This final project was by far my favorite because you gave us the flexibility to choose our own topic. So I spent a lot of time, going over things I thought could be fun, like something about food or maybe something interesting geared towards graduates of, what the next steps are. But then I thought about how I wanted to do a project on safe walks about a couple months ago. And I thought bringing in safety for this project would be perfect because everyone could use, a little more knowledge and information on just safety in general. So some of the topics that I focused on, April was Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So I went over to the Women Resource Center and showcased an art exhibition for my video essay, who I really enjoyed. I spoke with the creator of the art exhibition, Project Candle. Her name was Bridget Hayes, and she was amazing and so open to sharing, her experience through FICARE and becoming a FICARE facilitator. And speaking with Molly McClay, who's an assistant director at the Women Resource Center, and then observers of the Project Candle, spreading awareness on sexual assault is one of the most important things in order to prevent it from happening again. So I felt that that was something that I was very passionate about, and I really loved that story. Then some of the other stories I focused on, fire safety. We've been doing fire drills since I was in preschool, elementary school, all growing up through middle school, high school, and college, and even in buildings like the one apartment building that I'm in right now, we still do some fire drills because they're necessary. You need to know where the exits are, you need to know where the fire extinguishers are, you need to know what to do and what not to do in the case of a fire, which is exactly what I put out there for my viewers. Then also self-defense is something that I've always been interested in and wanted to take a class on because I'm a small person and it's important to know how to defend yourself if you are ever presented in a situation where you don't feel safe. And I actually learned through this that it's not all about the physical aspect, it's also about using your words. You want to say words like no, so that you get the person's attention, you shock them a little bit, and they hopefully will get away from you and you wouldn't have to resort to using physical violence to combat the person who's coming at you. And then finally, from my fourth piece to the safety story is just a picture story of a natural disaster safety kit, just things that you would need to keep in your house and things that you should always keep in your house in case the power goes out or there's a hurricane or anything that you could possibly think of. So some of the things included are obviously water, food such as cans of soup, canned foods, flashlight, candles, things to keep you out of the dark, and just a little first aid kit, something that you could always use in an accident or in case of an emergency. So I really enjoyed this whole topic all around. It's very informative, and something that we could all use a little more piece of advice on is safety.